Alright, take two. So the first time went through, did the video on this. I already got them scored and everything, and there was no audio. And I used an external mic. Yeah, always check for audio. Tip of the day. So this is take two, so I'm gonna go a little bit quicker through this. You can use trophy tape. You can use, they got all kinds of different ways of scoring deer, but I like a piece of nylon string, at least longer than the main beam. Make sure it's at least that long. And just a little tape measure. When you score a deer, you score in eighths, not quarters, not halves. It's always in the eighths. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, and so on up to 7/8. Anyways, so you don't even have to have a score sheet. This is nothing official. This is just me showing how to score a deer. Anyways, first of all, mainframe 8 I killed this past year with my bow. So it's got two cheaters or stickers, whatever you want to call them, splits. It's one of each G2. This is a G2. This is a G3. Okay, here's an 8-pointer. Anyways, you will score inside spread, the widest part from here to here, your H measurements, or also known as your mass measurements. 8-pointer, he will have one here, which is H1, one here, which is H2, one here, which is H3, and one here, which is H4. Vice versa on this side as well. And then your G measurements is in your G1, G2, and yeah, almost said G3, but he's not. Typical 10. And then your length of your main beam starts right where the base of the antler starts and runs directly up the center of the main beam all the way to the tip. Okay? Same goes for that side. And then once you get your left main beam or your right main beam measured out, you'll write it down on your piece of paper. Everything's labeled where it tells you to write. So you just follow each step on your paper. Yeah, for instance, I'll do one side. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. You're going to do vice versa on the other side. So let's start with the main beam. So, first of all, I got my piece of string. Okay. You'll start where the antler starts on the base of the skull cap. Run it directly up the center of the main beam. The best of your abilities, doing it by yourself, all the way to the end. Then pinch it off. Switch out your tape measure so it lays with you. Okay. Got that guy stretched out. So got my start at the tip of your tape measure. As in this one is 21 5/8. This is main beam. Okay. Since I've already went through and did all this, I'm just skipping through that. I'll show you when I'm done. Now, let's go with tine length. Now, when you measure tine length, you will measure how this works. So here's a G2 on the right side. Imagine drawing a line. Follow this line of this main beam up. Draw a straight line through here. This, right in here, is where the antler meets the beam. Just think of drawing a line there. Take your string, just like before. Start it right where it meets the beam. And directly up. Up right here with my string. Sometimes it can be easier with two people, but I'll manage. Pinch it off. Once again, this will be your G2 measurement. And I close my tape measure. We'll just go. I know none of them are more than 12. Just lock it on 12. Operate. Finished off where I had it. Okay. That measurement of the G2 is 10 3/8, which is, again, your G2. Here's your G1, brow tine, whatever you want to call it, eye guard. And on the score sheet, it's considered G1. First antler up from your G1, brow tine. It's G2, G3. And if it was a 10, mainframe 10, be another antler here, and that'd be considered your G4, as long as it's longer than an inch. Okay, so let's go to your H measurements now. Your H measurement is a mass measurement, or circumference of the antler. Start here 1 inch above the base, go all the way around to where they meet, 1 inch above the base. Bring that string together. Okay. That'll be your first matched measurement, which this one's 5 1/8. It's already wrote down. Okay. And when you go through your other mass measurements, as in H1 is here, which we just did. This is your H2 measurement. And you don't go the biggest measurement from here to here. It's your smallest measurement from here to here, in between each antler. So this will be your H1 at the base, 1 inch above the base. This is your H2 at the smallest, H3, and this would be considered your H4. Now on your H4, it's different because it's not your smallest between your G3 and the end of your main beam. It's the center mark between your G3 and the end of your main beam. So you just find that center mark from here to here, measure that, and that'll give you your mass measurement for H4 on a typical 8-point. And then, last but not least, I don't remember if I said this, but I don't care. Your widest point of inside spread from here to here. You take your string, put it here. I think this one, maybe 17 5/8 is what I had. 17 5/8. The widest point. So, once you have all that done and filled out, you go through with a calculator or however you want to do it. Let's see here. This. And you'll, let's see. Okay. This is your left side, your left measurements. Everything's labeled. If you want to use a score sheet, you can. And you'll add all this and enter it right here. You'll add all this, enter it right here. Add both finished measurements together, plus, where's it? Plus your inside spread. And that will be your final gross score of your deer, which this one came out to be 142 7/8 gross. And that's it for fish. So, anyways, oh, almost forgot. And then any abnormal points. So, you have your normal G2, G3, and your brow tines, okay? An abnormal point is any point that grows abnormally off of the main beam. So here's your G2. This would be considered an abnormal point. Just like this will be considered an abnormal point. But you'll add that on to the end of your score for total score. Anyways, now if your net score is a whole different story. Not really, it's the same concept. You just deduct your difference between each antler and subtract that from your total score, antler score, and that'll be your final net score. So, anyways, anyone has any questions or any ideas for our next video, I'm all open to listen or chat, or hopefully this helped you get an idea on how to score deer. And be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, as it helps us out a lot, and continue to make videos and shorts and hopefully other cool stuff that you guys like to see. So thanks for watching.